Listen up, bro, because this is an important message for each and every single man out there. You read the title, right? Sexual continence builds up true self-confidence. Yes, sir, let me say that again for the people in the back. Listen up, my guy. Sexual continence builds up true self-confidence. You might be wondering, okay, man, what the fuck does that even mean, bro? What is sexual continence? How does it help me elevate my confidence? What is the correlation between the two? Well, relax, my guy. I'm gonna need you to just take a deep breath because it's time for your boy to break this bitch down real quick like a brick for y'all. So first things first, what you must come to understand along this journey that we call life is that you've been lied to your entire life of what it means to be a man, especially within the modern world that we live in today. You've been tricked, you've been fooled, you've been bamboozled into believing that what it means to be a man correlates to your body count, correlates to your ability to fuck women, to sleep with girls. This is what is being propagated and infected into our minds as young men, especially within the social media culture that we are living in right now. Just take a look around you. Who is the guys that everyone is looking up to? The alpha red pill top G guys that are telling you about how to pick up girls, how to chase status, how to chase sex. All these different types of things that pull you into a hedonistic mindset as a man, that pulls you away from your divine masculinity, from your divine purpose, from your divine duty, from your motherfucking dharma, my guy, aka your destiny, what you were really brought here to do, what's actually gonna make you fulfilled as a man. You see, us as men, we are not brought here to simply just be animals. What do I mean by that? An animal only thinks about three things: survival, sex, and status. That's all it has access to. If it's got those three in line and in order, it's done its job as an animal, as a dog, as a cat, as a fish, whatever it is. It's done its job, it's done its dharma, it's done its destiny. It came here just for that: survive, have sex, and achieve status. But you as a human being, and especially as a man, were brought here for much bigger reasons, much bigger purpose. And that's different for each and every single one of us. Your purpose, your reason why you incarnated here on this plane with this specific body, with this specific psyche, with all the karmas that you must overcome is different than me. It's different from your dad, it's different from your brother, it's different from everybody else in this world. You are a unique individual within this cosmic game that we call life. You play a unique role. You play a unique note in this universal rhythm, in this cosmic symphony of life. However, that has been siphoned away from you because society is infecting your mind, making you believe that what it means to be a man. Because all of us here, let's just be honest, we want to be known as manly men. We want to be known as the guy. We want to be known as him. Yet they are telling you what it takes to become him, to become alpha, to become this. Goes directly against what it actually takes for you to become your true divine self. It goes directly against what it takes to awaken the divine spark that's within you. Because the more that you degenerate yourself into all these carnal habits. What are carnal habits? Survival, sex, status. Is survival, sex, and status bad? Is it evil? No. But when you pedestalize that and you make that your aim goal, your aim pursuits in life, everything in your life revolves around that. Like the planets revolving around the sun, that's when things get a little fucked up. That's when things get a little twisted. And this is what the Maya, the Matrix, the illusion, the material world that we are living in today, as well as society, wants to propagate to you. Because by doing that, by pedestalizing all these different types of external desires for you, you remain stuck on this hamster wheel of chasing after hedonism. Survival, sex, status, survival, sex, status, survival, sex, status. Yet each time you get survival, each time you get status, each time you do get sex, you realize that you need more. Because this does not satisfy your soul. You know, all of this stuff that we do in life is simply just stimulating your senses. Because even after you have sex, even after you have food, even after you do any of these external things, you still want more, right? Your brain and body wants more. It's a bottomless pit. You gotta have hotter girls. You gotta have more cars. You gotta have more clothes. You gotta have more hoes. It keeps on going and going and going and going, just like a drug addict. A drug addict might be able to get high off of a smaller dose of heroin. But the more he does the heroin, the more the dose has to up and increase to get that same effect. That is the same idea that is being propagated to your carnal senses, to those karmic ties. The more that you involve yourself in these degenerate habits, the more that you need more of them to be able to get that same high, to get that same rush, to the point where it gets so dark and so out of alignment, out of whack, out of just overall what you even could fathom, that it completely dims out your divine spark. It completely dims out who you were always meant to be. It completely cooks off your higher states of consciousness. Because the more that you continually stimulate those lower level states of consciousness, those lower level chakras, those lower level worlds of survival, sex, and status, the more that you'll need higher states of intensity from them to get that same high. This is a downward descending spiral that most people, once they're stuck in, can never drag themselves out of. And this is why the whole premise of this video is talking about how sexual continence builds up true self-confidence. Because once you cut off that fake tie to this idea that what it means to be a man is to have all these girls and these cars, these clothes, once you cut off that tie, you're free. You're liberated from this fucking illusion. You rise above these carnal constraints and you finally tap into your higher states of consciousness. Come on, man, are you picking up what the fuck I'm putting down? This whole practice of self-continence, or sexual continence better yet, aka semen retention, aka celibacy, whatever you want to call it, this is what it's intended to do, and this is why it's so powerful within the modern times we are living in today. Because again, the matrix, the Maya, the illusion, wants to make you a slave to your senses, wants to make you a slave to your own biology, wants you to remain stuck as a prisoner to your motherfucking brain and body. But once you take back control through this journey of self-mastery, through the path of actually overcoming these compulsive traits, you are back in the driver's seat. And you're no longer subordinate to these external things, to the external validation to make you feel like a man. I'm sorry to say it, your favorite alpha male influencer, your favorite top G, is a fucking pussy. Is a fucking pussy. And you might be like, oh bro, they're bigger than you. Oh man, they do kickboxing, they can beat you up. Okay, man. I'll still stay in the ring right in front of them. I ain't going down with no fight, but I'm telling you right now that they are pussies. Am I trying to bash on anyone? No, but they are fucking with your mind. They fucked with my mind too when I was younger. This is why I'm here to snap people out of their senses. Snap people back into their senses, better yet. Because this is a fucking illusion. These guys got all the money, the cars, the clothes, and hoes. Well, why are they getting into weird cases? Why are they still stuck as slaves to their senses? Why are they still not as blissful as the real awakened masters, the real divine masculine men. I'm talking about the sages, the saints, the sadhus, the spiritually aware and awakened men who actually shift the world towards a positive elevation of consciousness. I don't know about you, but to me, I want to be like that. I want to follow that path. I don't give a fuck about your Lamborghini. I don't give a fuck about your Ferrari. I don't give a fuck about this girl and that model that you fucked. What I care is about within this incarnation, following my destiny, following my dharma, and actually developing myself mentally, physically, and spiritually to the peak of my potential in order for me to become a divine vessel or instrument for God to help elevate the collective consciousness of humanity. If you're like me, keep on watching. But if that's not the case, you need the cars, you need the clothes, you need the hoes. And I'm not saying don't get cars, don't get clothes, don't get nice things for yourself. Don't have a nice wife. What I'm saying is if you pedestalize that, if you make that your God, this ain't the channel for you. This ain't the video for you, because I'm about to drop in more cold hard facts that you might not be ready for. But for the true aspirants of this path towards self-mastery, which leads to this road of self-realization, keep tuning in, man, because we're about to get even deeper and deeper and deeper within this. Because this, when it comes to the whole idea of renunciation, I have a whole video about this already on this channel, aka the Philosopher Files, the second channel, that is titled How Renunciation is a Prerequisite for This Road to Self-Realization. What is renunciation? Renunciation, asceticism, all these different terms essentially means you cutting off ties, karmic ties, to those traits, to those bonds, to those acts that keeps you as a slave to your senses, that keeps you as a prisoner to your brain and body. Whether that be sexuality, whether that be drugs, whether that be alcohol, whether that be consumerism. You cut off those ties in order to elevate, because within each and every single one of those karmic bonds is a dead weight that is holding you back from being able to actually elevate. One of my favorite sayings, you must cut the dead weight in order to elevate. Let's reverse it. In order to elevate, you must cut the dead weight. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Renunciation is not about self-torture. A lot of people, when they hear about celibacy, semen retention, they're like, oh man, that sounds like torture, bro. I need my porn. I need to go hook up with girls. This is too fun. This is too much bliss that I'm giving up on. I'm telling you right now, bro, you ain't got a fucking clue about what your consciousness holds for you at the higher levels. For the people that have taken psychedelics, that have tapped into transcendental states of mind, you know what I'm talking about. There's a state of divine ecstasy, of spiritual ecstasy, of divine nectar that you can taste at these higher states of consciousness when you awaken your higher faculties. How do you awaken those higher faculties? Well, like we just said before, the more that you indulge in a compulsive manner within these lower states of consciousness, within these lower chakras, it's almost like you're pressing a button at them. Boom, 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 survival sex status, survival sex status. That's all you think about, that's all you know, and that's all that you are looking forward to. That's all you are pedestalizing, and that is all that you are revolving your entire life around. But also, when you stop pressing those goddamn buttons and you start actually redirecting your awareness, redirecting your energy, redirecting your attention to higher pursuits, you start stimulating and pressing the buttons on the higher planes of consciousness. This is why, again, the yogis, the sages, the sadhus, the self-realized men, the awakened masters, they can meditate up in caves, fucking naked, with no cars, no clothes, no money, no hoes, and still be more blissful than the fucking billionaire. They'll be more blissful than your fucking favorite top G, alpha influencer, whatever you call them. I don't even know at this point. They're more blissful. That guy don't need shit and he's still more in a state of joy, of ecstasy, than the guy that's got all the external things, all the material things, yet he needs more and more and more and more and more and more and more. A bottomless pit that is never going to be satisfied, because your soul cannot truly be satisfied by these material things, because it knows it comes and goes like the motherfucking wind. You dig what I'm saying? It comes and goes, but what remains is your dharma, your destiny. That's what's actually going to nourish your soul. Your dharma is the diet that your soul needs, and you cannot discover your dharma if you remain stuck in those lower states of consciousness, because it's covered up by karma. I bring up this analogy goddamn near every video, but right now you see the sun is shining. The sun is your higher self. The sun is your soul. The sun is your higher aspects and your divine spark. Within the sun resides your dharma, your destiny, your duty, the path of life that will lead you to liberation, the path that will lead you to true fulfillment. You literally have a blueprint on how to live a life that will truly, truly, truly fulfill you to the core, where you'll be on your deathbed with no regrets. No regrets, to the point where your consciousness can elevate to the next stages of its evolution, beyond the material plane, beyond just this life. You have a fucking blueprint designed and embedded, stamped into your DNA. That's your dharma. However, it's covered up by karmas. Like the sun can sometimes be covered up by clouds. When it's covered up by clouds, does it mean that the sun is not there? Nope. When it's covered up by rain, does it mean that the sun is not there? Nope. When it's covered up by snow, does it mean that the sun is not there? Nope. The sun is always there. It's eternal. Such as the Atman, the soul, your true self, beyond the brain and body, beyond the flesh and bones, beyond this physical illusion. It's always there. Yet the more karmic ties that you hold, because you are stuck as a slave to your senses, the more of those clouds start to cover it up. This path of self-mastery is all about dispersing those clouds, dissolving those karmas in order to discover your dharma. Because you can follow the same path as all these alpha male influencers, you still won't be confident. You still won't be your true self, because you're still stuck as a slave to sex, to survival, to status. And this is why sexual continence, the true path of celibacy, the true path of semen retention, gives you ultimate self-confidence, because you are tapping back in with your true self. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? True self-confidence is attained by actually confronting what the true self is, who you are beyond the brain and body. When you understand that, better yet, understand that, you have a confidence that radiates and permeates your very existence, your entire reality. Things start to shift, start to mold, start to bend in your favor, because you are walking the righteous path, and the universe rewards the men who walk that righteous path, who walk that narrow road, as Jesus would like to say, that narrow road to self-realization, while everybody else, all the masses, are following down the path that will lead them to chaos, to confusion, to suffering, to sorrow. And you might be wondering, okay, no, bro, all these alpha guys are happy and they don't have sorrow, they don't have suffering. Internally, I'm talking about suffering and sorrow. Externally, things might look fine. Never judge a book by its cover. You can see it in their actions. You can see it in the way they talk. They're dependent on the external validation of society. They're dependent on the external validation of women. They're dependent on the external validation of this material matrix world. That they're willing to bend down, kneel down, bend over, and just be a bitch to this material world. Selling their soul, if you want to call it that. Selling their soul, if you want to call it that. However, the true divine masculine men slice through all that nonsense through the path of self-mastery, aka what we talk about on this channel, on the main channel, The Philosopher. If you didn't know, we got the main channel, which goes even more in depth, more detail, nice cuts, nice edits, all that good stuff, entertaining content. Check out the link posted in the description box down below. If you didn't know, The Philosopher is the main channel. And of course, we got the Instagram located in the description box down below. If you ever want to DM me, talk about any of these types of things, connect with me there. But again, the stuff that we're talking about on this channel, the main channel, The Philosopher, on the private Patreon community, man, shout out to the fucking private Patreon community. Let's take a quick pause. Quick pause right now. Because I need to let you know this, bro. If you're someone who is truly dedicated to this path of self-mastery, to this path that will lead them on this road to self-realization, that will lead them to this life of liberation, if you're someone who considers yourself devoted, a true aspirant of this path, I'm gonna need you to find the closest mirror to you and take a good look in that mirror. Take a good mental picture of the person that's staring right back at you in the mirror, that's staring right into your eyes, that's staring right into your soul, motherfucker. Because that guy, not me, that guy, you're doing him a huge motherfucking disfavor by not joining up into the private Patreon community yet if you're truly serious about this path of self-mastery, because within there, man, we are uncovering the esoteric science of this whole journey, this mystical journey towards your highest potential on the mental, physical, and spiritual plane through the path of self-mastery. I'm talking about exclusive videos. If you're enjoying this, if you're enjoying these types of talks, man, you don't even know what type of sauce we're cooking up over there, man. This is the type of information, this is the type of knowledge that you ain't gonna find on this channel, the main channel, matter of fact, anywhere else on the internet. Because we go so in depth and so in detail to all the different types of esoteric teachings of the past, the ancient texts, occult traditions that give us guidelines, that give us blueprints, that gives us the science, like a fucking chemistry class, on how to actually alchemize your mind, body, and soul to produce your highest potential on all planes of reality, helping you escape this slave mindset that the Matrix has kept us under for far too long. So along with all those exclusive videos, you get access to our full guides, our in-depth occult lectures, our digital libraries, and most importantly, if you tap into the Philosopher Circle, aka the highest membership tier group within the private Patreon community, you get an invitation to our private group chat where we host our bi-weekly mastermind live calls. Yes, sir, you heard me right. Bi-weekly mastermind live calls where you hop on a call with me as well as a community of like-minded men who are also on the same path of self-mastery, who want to see you elevate and who want to see you eventually liberate, holding you accountable to this ascent of your mind, body, and soul. If you want to be surrounded with people like that, of like mind, who actually are seeing past all these illusions, who see past all the BS, who don't want to be stuck as an alpha male influencer, who want to truly embody what it means to be a divine masculine man, I'm telling you, bro, I am fucking telling you, the Philosopher Circle is the place for you, my guy. I can assure you that. 100% guaranteed. But if you need more information about the Philosopher Circle and the private Patreon community as a whole, check out the link posted in the pinned comment of this video. Because when you click on that, not only will you find the link to the private Patreon community, but also links to the other services I provide, such as application forms for my personalized coaching program. If you're trying to work with me personally one-on-one to help you disintegrate, detox from all the degeneracy, dissolve all those karmic ties, those karmic bonds that are keeping you stuck in your lower states of consciousness, I don't care if they're mental, physical, or spiritual blocks, if you're ready to dissolve them in order to actually discover your Dharma, get you back on the right track, get you back on the path that was designed from the divine, that will bring you true liberation, that will bring you true fulfillment in life, tap in with an application form and we'll see if your criteria meets the qualifications for the coaching program, because what we're going to be doing, what it's all about inside that program is systemizing a personalized program system to help you actually get back on the right path by replacing all those degenerate habits with the things that will truly awaken your divine spark. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, man, I'm telling you, the coaching program is right there for you. But if you just want to book a one-time consultation with your boy and discuss anything that you're dealing with in order to help systemize, again, a solution to get you back on the right track, to get you back on this journey of self-realization through the path, through the practices, through the tips and tools of overall overcoming, then shoot or book a one-on-one consultation call, and we'll discuss all those different types of things in depth and in detail. But like I was saying, the stuff that we're talking about on this channel, the main channel, the private Patreon community, especially within my personalized coaching program, again, all those links posted in the pinned comment of this video, is about giving you the tools, giving you the artillery, giving you the weapons to help overcome all those karmic ties. And sexual continence, semen retention, celibacy is one of those sharpest motherfucking tools, one of the sharpest swords in your toolbox, in your artillery that you can use. Because let's just be honest, the material world, the Maya, the Matrix, the illusion, uses sex to hold us by the balls, metaphysically, metaphorically, and literally. They got you by the balls because they know you're a slave to sex. So the more that they propagate porn, the more that they propagate hookup culture, the more that they put these influencers in front of your face who are hypnotizing you, who are tricking you into believing that this is what it means to be a real man. You need a higher body count. You need these cars, you need these clothes, you need these girls, you need these hoes. The more that they do that, the more that you start to fall into the trap that they laid out for you. Because sex is one of those things that if you are a slave to, oh man, it's got you. It's got you. Because it's one of those acts that is so intoxicating to the point where you lose yourself in the act itself. You lose sense of time. You lose sense of who you are at that time. Because you're solely into that plane of consciousness. Your sacral chakra, the Svadhisthana, you're so rooted in that when it comes to sexuality. So the more that they can keep your mind stuck in that state of consciousness, in that chakra, the more that they can drag you this way, drag you that way, because you're almost walking around life blindfolded. You're just drooling over sex, and you don't see a fucking car coming right at you. You don't see somebody pickpocketing you. You don't see any of that. So when you practice semen retention, celibacy, again, it's not about all the benefits that all these other YouTubers will tell you about. I'm telling it straight up for what it is. This is a tool to help elevate your levels of consciousness beyond those carnal instincts. Once you start doing that, it's almost like you take back control of the driver's seat. You take back control of the steering wheel of your life, of your motherfucking life. Most men are in the passenger seat. Most men are locked up in the trunk. And societal programming is the one driving their vehicle, driving their car towards a destination that their soul never wanted to go. And this is why you get stuck in states of existence, states of life, where you're depressed, where you're anxious, because those are signs and signals from your higher self telling you, hey bro, we're not on the right path. You don't got much time. This life is temporary. Let's book our one-way ticket back to spiritual liberation by actually following our dharma. So we're not on our deathbed having regrets. So we don't have to come on another spin on this cycle of samsara, aka the wheel of reincarnation. I don't want to come here again. I want to go up to the next level. I don't want to keep playing this game over and over and over and over again. Wake up. Yet most people, again, drown out their depression, drown out their anxiety with what? Drugs, alcohol, sex, pornography, all these different types of things. The only thing that's going to get you back on the right track, where you don't have depression, where you don't have anxiety, where you don't have all these signs and signals from your higher self telling you you're not on the right journey, is to get on the right journey. Yet you don't know what that right journey is. You don't know what that path towards self-realization is, because you're covered up with junk. You're covered up with karma. You're covered up by these carnal instincts that make you no better than an animal with an iPhone. You see, mankind, humans, are in the realm where they're in between the angelic kingdom and the animal kingdom. These are the 3 lower chakras of survival, sex, and status, and the 3 higher chakras, which is the angelic kingdom of your throat, the Vishuddhi, the Ajna, third eye, and the crown chakra. This is all about creation, this is all about intuition, and this is all about unity. You're in between the 2. Yet if you don't do anything, you're naturally going to de-evolve back into those lower states of an animal. This is what the Matrix, the Mind, the illusion does. And it uses, again, what? Survival, sex, and status against you. It's not evil, but when they use it against you, that's when it gets evil. That's when it gets fucked up. But when you break those bonds through the path of self-mastery, you start to tap into the higher states of consciousness, your higher faculties, that brings you closer to God. Having higher pursuits, higher goals, higher ambitions, higher aspirations that will truly feed your soul instead of just stimulating your senses. Like we just said, you can have all the food, all the girls, all the sex, all that stuff, yet you're still gonna want more. You get a little drop of that divine nectar, you're gonna be good for a while. It's almost like the sensu bean within Dragon Ball Z. If you don't know about that, man, you're missing out. I don't know what the fuck you did with your childhood, but this is a little bean that they take in the anime, that when they're depleted, when they're just cooked, they're fried, they lost all their power, they take this one bean, powered up, charged back up again. That's divine nectar, and that divine nectar is not something external. You're gonna find it in a grocery store or gas station. Don't be like, hey man, I just came here for some divine nectar. Do you guys got some? You're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Divine nectar is a state of existence, a state of consciousness, which is access, which is broken open by following a life that is aligned to your dharma, to your destiny. And where is that destiny and dharma located at? Those higher states of consciousness. How do you actually tap into those higher states of consciousness? Come on, man. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Self-mastery. This is not self-improvement anymore. Graduate, grow up, get on this path of self-mastery. This is what this journey to true fulfillment is like. However, the path of self-improvement don't got much sacrifice. Oh, you got to wake up early and work out, whatever it is. Cold shower. The path of self-mastery turns it up to another fucking level. Not many people are meant for it. Yet for the people that are watching this channel, I always say, the people that are watching this channel in specific, the second channel, which was once called What the Fulati, now we've transferred on over to the Philosopher Files. You guys are more psychologically and psychologically and spiritually matured than the masses. Am I saying that you're better than anyone? Absolutely not. Am I saying that you're a chosen one because you watch this channel? Absolutely not. This is not a new age spiritual channel trying to pump up your spiritual ego by telling you all these types of things. But what I am saying, hold up, police is after me because I'm about to drop some game. All right, man, back to what I was saying. If you know, you know. When I speak the game, when I speak the facts, the feds is on my ass. Hold up, pause. You guys are more spiritually and psychologically matured than the masses. You're in the 1 percentile of the population, because the other 99% cannot even watch a video for this fucking long. Let's just be honest. With no cuts, no edits, no nothing. Just out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping y'all that game so you guys can make these gains. You dig what the fuck I'm saying? Just straight up speaking facts off the dome. Most people can't do that. And you add on top of that, the topics that we're talking about, oh man, that's going right over everyone's head. So if you made it this far into the video, I'm telling you, it's not for no reason. It's not out of coincidence. Maybe it's due to past lives where you've dissolved some of your karmas. Maybe it's due to this lifetime where you dissolve some of those karmas. But you've put yourself in a position, whether you know it or not, to be able to actually gather the keys on this path to self-mastery in order to help you realize who and what you are beyond the brain and body. You can make this incarnation your one-way ticket to spiritual liberation because you've already been able to grasp these higher level concepts. Yet it don't mean shit if you got all the knowledge up in your mind. You need to turn that knowledge into gnosis, which resides in the heart. How is that transition made? That transition from knowledge to gnosis is done through first-hand experience. So for all you guys out there like, yeah, man, sexual continence does truly build up my self-confidence, because if I cut off all those karmic ties, I'll be able to tap into higher states of consciousness. When I tap into higher states of consciousness, I'll have a understanding, better yet, an understanding of what my destiny, what my dharma is, so I'm more confident about living this life within the chaos of the material world, but still be aligned to my true mission, to my true purpose, to my true destiny and dharma. That totally makes sense. This guy broke it down like a brick for me. You can sit there and totally agree with me. And again, it's not about me. Forget about the messenger. Focus on the message. I'm just here to revive the ancient teachings of the past, revive all the esoteric wisdom that has been forgotten in today's day and age. The true awakened masters have laid out the blueprint for us. I'm just there breaking it down and like a brick for y'all, translating it and making it more applicable and practical for the modern man to apply it into his life today. But if you're able to grasp that message and it makes sense to you and you're understanding it, yet you're still not taking action, what we call people in the self-improvement sphere who just read a bunch of self-help books, watch a bunch of different videos, yet don't take action, we call them mental masturbators. Well, I'm gonna call you, motherfucker, a spiritual masturbator. If you're just sitting up there with all that gnosis, you ain't taking action because you're too scared, because you're too connected, because you're too attached to all these karmic ties, you're a spiritual masturbator, bro. You're wasting your goddamn time. You're wasting your goddamn time. Yet if you're ready to make that shift and take your life to the next level, this requires sacrifice. We got a full video talking about this in depth and in detail on this channel, as well as a private Patreon community, about how the Olympic athlete and the true spiritual aspirant are one and the same. They're sacrificing for something greater, something beyond them. One on the physical realm and one on the metaphysical realm of reality. Are you someone willing to take that leap of faith into the unknown? Everybody else, all the people that you know, all the guys that you know, are following this one path that leads them over a cliff towards chaos, towards degeneracy, towards hedonism. Are you gonna follow that flock of sheep? Are you gonna follow with blind faith? Or are you gonna start to tap into your true self-knowledge, your true self-gnosis, by mastering the self and stimulating these higher states of consciousness? It's up to you. Do you want to be a sovereign entity, or do you just want to be a pawn on the chessboard? Do you truly want to be autonomous, or do you want to just be a slave to your senses? That is up to you. Well, what I am going to say is, if that is the case, you truly want to be sovereign, sexual continence is a major key, major tool that you need in your artillery. And look, if you have not tapped into the Art of Retention ebook yet and you're struggling on this path, man, you got it all the way fucked up. Because your boy discussed a whole blueprint, system, and protocol to help you succeed on this path of sexual continence within the midst of self-mastery. Using it for self-mastery, not, oh man, I'm gonna do semen retention because this guy said I'm gonna get women attraction. That guy said I get my aura fucking amplified and this and that. You're doing it to elevate and evolve your states of consciousness from the lower level animalistic instincts. If you have not tapped into the Art of Retention ebook yet, man, I'm telling you, you're missing out. I don't know what you're doing with your life. A full free ebook breaking down everything you need to succeed on this path of using celibacy and using semen retention as the tools it was intended to be to help elevate your mind, body, and soul. Right now, just go click in on the YouTube search bar, how to succeed on semen retention. You'll find the full video guide on the main channel, again, The Philosopher, where you'll get into all the in-depth information, how to actually use this tool to your advantage. And within that video, you'll find the link to the actual ebook itself. Again, free, totally free. Download that, and it goes even more in-depth and more in detail than the video itself. And look, if you're dyslexic, you're retarded, you got ADHD, you can't read, your boys got you covered with a full audio series of the Art of Retention ebook. Again, on the main channel, The Philosopher. Just type in The Philosopher, go on the main channel, click on playlist, and you'll find the audio series version right there. So you can pop it in while you're working, while you're walking, while you're doing whatever, and get up on some motherfucking game to help elevate on every single plane, using this practice of semen retention and celibacy as a tool is intended to be on this path of self-mastery. Again, semen retention, celibacy, sexual continence isn't all there is to self-mastery, but it is a huge, huge, huge component of it. Because again, like we just mentioned, society's got you by the balls, metaphorically and literally speaking. If you are able to rise above those sexual reflexes and use your sexual energy to your advantage, you're gonna be well ahead of the game when it comes to this ascent of your consciousness. So don't downplay it, man. This is a truly powerful practice, and this is why all the sages, the saints, the sadhus, the self-realized men who have walked on earth throughout human history have revered it for what it truly is. If you're ready to make that step in the right direction, I'm telling you, man, you got all the tools right there for you. And look, if you need extra guidance, if you need extra support, if you just want to get more in-depth information about how to actually use this entire esoteric science of self-mastery into your day-to-day life, I'm telling you, man, the private Patreon community has got that covered for you. Tap into the Philosopher Circle, hop into our next Mastermind live call, be a part of the group chat, be surrounded with people who are on the same path that will hold you accountable, that want to see you elevate, and who want to see you liberate. If you want to take it up to another level, book a consultation call. If you want to take it up to another level, apply for the coaching program. If you're truly serious about taking and transforming your life from these lower level states to your highest potential, not just physically, not just mentally, but also spiritually. This is what it's all about, man. I'm here to help guide others along this path, because it's not an easy path, but God damn it, we need more men, more divine masculine men in today's day and age. We see all the degeneracy, we see all the bullshit, we see all the darkness in this dark age of Kali Yuga. We need to wake up from it, wake up from this spiritual slumber, and reignite our divine spark. But let's end it off right there, man. It's been your boy out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping y'all that game so you guys can make these gains, and I'm out of here. Peace.